We carry over our effort from the last 3 weeks and our determination to come out every day to practice, that we enjoy being out here, work hard every week, and just our overall effort.
Obviously, in years past, Homestead has had a pretty prolific offense. They love to throw the football. What do you see in them, and what is Coach telling you about them that you guys have to do well against their offense on Friday night to put up the kind of defensive night that you guys want to have?
Yeah, they have a good offense. We've been talking about it. I mean, since last year, we played them last year, and they played good against us. And we're coming out this year. They run the ball real well. They have a good running back and good offensive line.
How important of a game is this for you guys, and how excited are you for it? Because obviously you take a look at the SAC standings. This is, two of the top 3-4 teams in the conference at this point.
Yeah, this is a big game for us. Homestead's a big opponent, and
sorry, let me slide like that. There. So I'll re-ask the question. Just talk a little bit about the importance of this game, because you're talking about two of the top 3 or 4 teams in the conference when you look at the state.
Yeah, this is a big game because whoever wins this game has a good shot at winning the SAC. And Homestead last year, they beat us, so we're looking for revenge. It's a big game.
How much do you take from last year's game? Because it was on this turf, 17-15. I mean, it came down to like the final play.
Yeah, it means a lot to us. We're going to remember that for sure. We're going to come out and play with that revenge and beat them at their field.
Final question, what are you most looking forward to about this Friday night's game?
Playing against their run offense to stop their run. I'm excited to stop their run.
All right, good deal, my man. Obviously, you guys have played well in the first 3 weeks to get 3 wins in the SAC. What do you carry over from those first 3 games? What did you learn about this team that you can use and apply on Friday night against Homestead?
I feel like we figured out what we can do and what we can't do, things we struggled with, and I feel like every week we just progressed and gotten better at that. And then especially with my line, we've been moving guys like everywhere. But I feel like we set in stone our line and we're ready to go.
Offensively, where are some of the key players and key guys that have stepped up this season, and how have they been able to fill in roles of guys who have graduated and step up on Friday nights?
Well, I feel like 2 of them, Henry and Rocco especially, because we graduated our whole receiving corps last year. Rocco came off probably with maybe 1 game experience, probably 2 catches last year, and look at him now, he's going crazy. Henry O'Keefe the same way. We got some younger kids stepping in there at running back, linemen, kids that haven't played line since last year, and tight end, Jack Tittman, Tommy Whitty. I mean, our offense is coming together, and I like the way it's going.
When you take a look at what you're expected to face this week, what is the coaching staff stressing that you guys need to do against Homestead's defense to have the kind of success that you want to have and put the numbers on the scoreboard?
Well, basically just give what they give us. I mean, take what they give us, because, there's openings in their defense, and our coach sets up a great game plan, and if we keep the ball on our side, move the ball, play Bishop Dwenger hard-nosed football, I have no worries.
When you take a look at this game last year, it was on this turf, it was 17-15. I mean, it came down to the final play, essentially.
Yeah.
So what do you take away from that experience? How do you use that this year when you face Homestead, another team?
I mean, that's just engraved in our hearts, and we take that to heart, especially what happened here last year. And we're going over to their place, so it's time to send a message.
Final question, this is a game of, whether you look at the standings or not, 2 of the top 3-4 teams in the SAC at this point. How important of a game and how much juice does it give you guys knowing that this is one of those SAC-type title games this coming Friday night?
I mean, it's kind of just like every game, every week. Everyone wants to beat us. We have a target on our back, but we just play hard-nosed Bishop Dwenger football, and we'll be fine.
Obviously, it's game week here for week 4. What have you learned about this Bishop Dwenger team in weeks 1 through 3 that you guys can use and can apply this time around when you've got a big opponent here in week 4?
I think there's been a lot of resilience, right? I mean, a lot of teams can probably say that, just weathering some of those early, storms of unpredictability and uncertainty and things like that. So, great senior leadership, coming through week 2 is a great test. We've been able to continue to execute well. I think we're getting better week to week. We've had to make some adjustments on the offensive line and do some things, and they've all responded well. So, I think resilient. And then I like the way we've been able to execute the last 3 weeks.
We saw Homestead kind of hit their stride last week, put up 38 points offensively against a solid Bishop Luers team. What do you guys need to do well defensively to counter what they do? Because in years past they've always had kind of that slant game, and they've been able to put points on the board year in and year out.
Yeah, I think we got to stop the run. I mean, at least the tendency thus far that we found is that they want to run the ball, and I think that's setting up their passing game. So, a lot like ourselves, and then that looks like the running game is setting up the things that they want to do in the passing game. So, it starts up front. It's going to be a game that's heavily contested in the trenches, and we put that challenge out to our guys for sure, and offensively and defensively, I think it starts in the trenches this week for sure.
For you, how pleased are you with the progression of some of the younger guys at the offensive positions, specifically like the skill positions? You guys graduated a lot of receivers. Rocco's obviously stepped up, and you had Lytle at quarterback, but the playmakers around him have really stepped up and risen to the occasions on Friday night.
Yeah, you mentioned Rocco. I mean, obviously that's a great addition for us this year. He's doing an outstanding job, and Brendan's been able to find him, and he's been making some big plays. We got Henry O'Keefe back last week, and we were looking forward to having him, and didn't have him the first couple weeks, so we're glad to have him. And then, as you say, as we rotate other guys in, we had a couple guys running the ball. I mentioned Dixon. He did a nice job for us last week. So, across the board, we've been happy. Obviously, having KJ back from last year, into his junior year, he's doing some good things. At kind of a different position. It's a fullback, but it's also got some other variables to it, and he's doing a nice job. And then, Jack at the tight end, he started for us late last year. So, yeah, I've been very happy with the young guys, and, hopefully that continues to go forward as we go through the season.
I know you guys take it week to week and game to game, but, it was 17-15 on your turf last year against these guys. And you take a look at the SEC standings at this point, and you've got two of the top 3 or 4 teams in the standings going head-to-head this Friday. How much energy, how much extra juice does it give you guys knowing that, man, if you want to win the victory bell, this is a game that, I don't want to say must win, but it feels kind of like a must-win game.
Yeah, I think for us, we put it in the category of, it prepares us for the postseason, right? It's going to have a postseason feel Friday night. I think the opponent obviously is an outstanding opponent, and they're going to present all the challenges that we want to face. So that's the category we put it in, preparing us for the postseason. It's going to have that kind of feel, and we don't try to put too much on a game. We always try to do things our way and do the Bishop Dwenger way. But it'll have a little extra on Friday night for sure.
Final question: what are you most looking forward to?
Well, I think, anytime you're in week 4 and you have a great challenge like this, we want to see how our guys respond and see where we're at. It'd be a great evaluation through Friday night and into Saturday morning to see where we're at.